Today is Saturday, September the 11th, 2010, and we are here at Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta, Georgia, to remember, pay tribute, and reflect back on September the 11th, 2001.
Today means a lot more than just one regular day. Today is a day that can be remembered as a tragic day 9 years ago, but it also can be remembered as a day of remembrance and also a day of celebration. Celebration for those who, at this point in time, as we still speak, still fight for our country and the freedoms and the values that we have that have been instilled in us. So right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this show off. So I hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
We are here at Centennial Olympic Park in Atlanta, Georgia. Today is Saturday, September the 11th, 2010. We are at the reading of the names, which is a tribute and remembrance of the 9/11 victims. I am Miss D. I'm here with Robert Tracy, AJ, and Sine Jackson, and we are Juice Radio. Today we are reflecting back, remembering, and paying respect to the 9/11 victims and their families. We're getting the public opinion on how they feel about 9/11 and the Muslim mosque controversy being built near the Ground Zero site. Tune in to Juice Radio the first and last Sunday of each month, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, www.blogtalkradio.com/juiceradio. Again, that is www.blogtalkradio.com/juiceradio, where controversy is our middle name.
Robert Wayne Hobson, DeJuan Hodges, Ronald George Turner, Patrick Aloysius Hoey, Stephen G. Huff.
My name is Stevie Butler, CEO of His Done Records. It's an honor to be here honoring the senseless lives lost in 9/11. Marcia Hoffman, Frederick Hoffman, Michelle Hoffman, Judith Florence Hoffmiller, Thomas Warren Hoffwick, Jonathan R. Hoffman, Joseph Francis Holland, John Holland, Elizabeth Holmes, Thomas P. Holman, Bradley Horn, James P. Hopper, Montgomery McCullough Horn, Michael Horn, Matthew D. Horning, Robert L. Haraho, Aaron Horwitz, Charles J. Houston, Eura G. Houston, George Howard, Stephen L. Howard, Michael C. Howard, Jennifer L. Holly, Magalos Minnie Mardo, Marion Harcourt, Chris R. Hughes, Melissa Harrington Hughes, Thomas F. Hughes, Timothy R. Hughes, Paul R. Hughes, Robert T. Bobby Hughes, Susan Huey, Michael Lamar Hughes, William C. Hunt, Joseph C. Hunter, Robert Essie, Captain Walter Hines, Thomas E. Hines, Joseph Anthony Enelli, Zutu Diaz, Jonathan L. Ehop, Michael Patrick E. King, Daniel E. Kenya, and Captain Frederick III.
Robert L. Oracle, Aaron Horowitz, Charles J. Houston, Aruku J. Houston, George Howard, Stephen L. Howard, Michael C. Howard, Jennifer L. Howard, Milagros Millie Harmon.
I am Miss D, and I'm here with AJ. Today is Saturday, September the 11th, 2010. We are here in Atlanta, Georgia at Centennial Olympic Park at the reading of the names, a tribute and a remembrance for 9/11. I'm here with Pat Stansberry and Jim Tully. Pat Stansberry is the VP of the National Foundation of Patriotism. Thank you for having us, and thank you for being with us today. We have some questions for you. Can you tell us a little bit about the National Foundation of Patriotism? When was it established and your mission?
I sure can. The National Museum of Patriotism was founded in 1996. We opened our doors for the first time in downtown on Spring Street in Atlanta in 2004, moved to downtown Atlanta in 2009, and recently closed those doors to go worldwide as a virtual museum. So we've had quite a ride since 1996.
Wow. Can you tell us about the reading of the names, how it came about?
Well, the National Museum of Patriotism, being reformed as the National Foundation of Patriotism, our goal is to just be a level ground for all Americans. This is a place for every American to feel safe and free to come and get a grasp on what patriotism is, why it's important, why it's not only important to Americans, but why it's important for the rest of the world.
Exactly.
A safe America, a free America, is a safer global community. I can't imagine a world without America. And that's why we are in existence. We have a commemorative reading of the names of the victims every 9/11 since 2002. And we do this so that we will never forget. Somebody has to carry the torch so that we don't forget. Here in Atlanta, we were barely touched. We saw it on television for the most part, unless you had somebody in the attack or were there at the time. Many of us just continue on our daily lives, and it's vaguely a distant memory. That shouldn't be. This should be something that we remember and honor year after year after year.
Can you tell us, how do you feel about the Muslim mosque being built near Ground Zero, and do you think our country has moved closer to tolerance? Excuse me.
Well, the National Museum of Patriotism, being level ground for all Americans, always holds a non-political view. We allow America to have their own view. One of the greatest things about this country is we do have the freedom to choose what we believe and what we don't. The National Museum of Patriotism doesn't state a stated position on this issue. We do think that people in their own communities should have a voice, and in a true democracy, the majority voice rules. So we stand with the liberty that we all embrace, and we hold the torch for the freedom of speech and freedom in America to choose what it is that you want to do.
Thank you. And Jim Tully, can you tell us a little bit about what you do for 9/11 victims and their families?
Well, I'm a member of the American Legion and the president of the American Legion Riders Group. And by virtue of that platform, I respond to veterans, kids, and community all over the state, and especially in my community. For the victims specifically of 9/11, I think it's important that we all remember that it's our village that starts.